right, this is still the weekend show, and this is the discussion segment. Whether we like it or not, this is that time of the year again when we go through what we've done and then we plan ahead. David is still here.
I'm still here, and just like you said, this is the time. We started with the review of the last year, and we want to maybe strategize for the new year.
All right, so this is that part when we give you breakfast. And today on the discussion segment, the topic we're going to be talking about is New Year resolution. And to do justice with to that topic, we have a cute gentleman right here in the studio. Don't worry, he's available. All right, so we have Mr. Charles.
Chiams.
Yes. Don't worry, Mr. Charles will do. So, your name is Chibike, right?
Yeah.
Chibike.
Amos Wekelisume.
Yeah, I was wondering how a black guy will be Chibike Amos. Did not really click, but I'm happy you have a real surname.
Real surname.
I was wondering, Chibike Amos, like off camera when you said my name is Chibike Amos, I was like, oh really? Like from what part of Igbo land?
Just like you pointed out, our people have grown to this culture of answering English names. You see someone with Amanda Peters.
Yeah, but I think it depends on your field. For instance, if you're in the media world, you can actually carve out a niche for yourself with your name. For instance, I noticed we're like up to 2 million ladies with Oluchi. So I was like, no, when you call my name, I think there should be a face that goes with the name. So I decided to drop the O and pick the L upwards. So it's Oluchi. I dropped the O. The rest of them that have the O.
My own surname is strategy. He's already there. You don't need to.
You look for something to drop and cut it short.
Yes.
All right, so let's go over to the topic. We're looking at New Year resolution. Before we talk about that topic proper, Charms. I don't like to put Mr. Please. This is the media. Can I call you Charms? Charms, how was, okay, we're still in 2018, right?
Yes.
How has 2018 been for you?
Okay.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Not too perfect to one's proposal from the beginning of the year. No, but still, I'm grateful.
Not too perfect.
Yeah.
I don't understand. What would have been perfect?
Okay. At the beginning of every year, there are certain things on one's proposal list.
Yeah, to-do list.
Okay, so good. So most of the times we end up 50-50. Sometimes it drops less than that. And you find out some years, at the end of the year, you score far above. But I want to say 2018 is not perfect because there are certain score lines I didn't get. But why I say grateful is that the ones I didn't anticipate, the ones I never looked for, I never even got them into prayer. Okay. We are the big score lines.
So at times, will you now give it to preparations, or is it just coincidence? Would results you don't expect come to you when you don't prepare for them?
Okay, I notice sometimes, even not most times, let me use that word, even after much preparation, you still find that there is something that you can't define that stops you from really scoring the
goal you want.
Exactly. All right, so don't forget, this is actually an audience participatory program. You can call in, tell us your New Year resolution. And this Mr. Charms is not going to be our only guest. Soon we'll be joined by a female guest. We want to actually weigh it from both sides. So, do you have a New Year resolution? Do I have?
Of course, I don't think there's anyone existing on this our earth that year in year out that does not have something to know.
I don't
say.
I'm tired of having and not living up to that. So I live each day as I see it. If I do something wrong today, I tell myself I'm not going to repeat this tomorrow. In fact, every tomorrow is my New Year.
You don't know that belief already is a resolution because you just say to yourself, okay, I didn't do well. Yeah, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do well.
Hey, I think the angle she is coming from is the
waiting
for January
Year.
1st to strategize yourself. Let me take, for example, myself, there are targets I've already set out for myself to achieve maybe over time. I wouldn't wait for January 1st to set those targets in motion. I don't know if you're getting me, but at times it seems people tend to wait for that first, or for towards the end of the year, like we have just 2 days to go. You know, bring a plain sheet of paper and start writing, and maybe type and paste in your room. I don't know.
Okay, from that view, no, because I've long planned my next year. Okay, like I'm into event. Okay. Chiams is a platform, an event platform, entertainment platform for talents, promotions, and development. So already I've drafted programs. Like some of the events we're going to be having next year. It's already, we have started airing them. You know, we start pushing them out.
So your professional life, you have a New Year resolution, but personal life, you don't.
You call it what? Personal. So let's keep it personal.
but you have new resolutions. Of course,
there are things already in the mind, like on the personal aspect about my life. I say, okay, there are things, maybe some attitude, or the level at which I accommodated people, or I reached out, I wasn't satisfied. So already to myself, I already said, okay, come 2019, this is how it's going to go. Why? Because I've looked into the areas I stumbled. So I've structured it. And I've already started working on it, because you don't need to wait for 2019. So I'm already making movements on it.
But you know, we can't look at New Year resolution without looking at 31st night.
That very night.
I think 31st night is always more interesting for people than the New Year itself. That's January 1st. Now, a lot of people go about burning tires. I don't understand what's the meaning of that. Like they're trying to burn
2018 away.
I remember some time way back, some friends, or the kind of, let's put it that way, on that first night, you know, waiting at the eve, that 12, it was 12, the food they prepared that couldn't finish up had to be thrown away. So say that you can't cross over with, you know,
that's so funny.
To tell you how, you know,
do you speak Igbo?
Of course.
Good, so let's break it down a little.
Okay.
Please pardon me. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do.
Maybe, or something like
that.
Even a long way. You can call us in why even for the new year.
Yeah, mine would have been that I'll talk less, but now I'm being paid to talk. You see, it's not my fault.
It's the ministry.
It's the ministry.
And he's moving to pub sites.
Okay, so now I want to ask, what are the factors, the determining factors when an individual is trying to come up with a New Year resolution?
What are the things to look out for?
Okay, you can't talk about today without having a glance of yesterday.
Okay.
And certainly you can't talk about tomorrow without first of achieving something today, making your today worth it. Okay, so when we say about want to make a resolution, first of all, look at the things that you have done. And then question yourself where you wanted to be. You know, so certainly it will naturally grow in you to have a decision to say, okay, this is what I did, this is what I wanted to be. Okay, so the distance, the gap, there is a vacuum.
So let's specifically look at that review. You talked about reviewing your past. When you're reviewing your past, what are the things you look out for specifically? I want you to pinpoint. Is it actually failures or successes, or is it something you couldn't carry out that you now pen down? Would you need to write them down and start working on them? Let's get it clearly.
Okay.
We have a caller, please. Hello.
Hello. Okay, go on.
On that aspect, you can, I will say, review both the success, the failure, and there are suspenses. So you can't declare success yet. You can't also declare failure.
Okay.
It's at suspense. So you also bring it up. Now you weigh your success. You know, for every program, for example, there's a target we have. Like for the businessman now out there, you know, that have a proposal of, okay, by this time, as January, this year, 2018, the person had a mindset of, okay, I want to expand my shop. Okay, I'm expecting to have goods worth $1 million. So all of a sudden, at now, you discover that it's not really at that point. Level, good. So you need to check your level of expenses that really brought up such.
Okay, someone is joining us. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Roland, I'm calling from Wakari.
You are?
Roland.
Okay, Roland, go on.
Hello?
Go on,
Yeah,
go on. We
Roland,
can
we can
hear
hear you. Go on.
Yeah. Concerning the New Year resolution, to me personally, there's nothing like New Year resolution.
Wow,
You
why?
can decide to change the way you live your life any day, any time, any hour. Because many people don't uphold that their resolution. Whenever they cross over to 2019, January 1st, they will galvanize different issues. Whether I want to do this, I want to do that, without making effort on how to uphold them.
Okay.
One can decide to take another step in the style of living on 31st, on 28th, in June, any hour, any day, not only 1st of January,
All right.
when you know that you cannot even uphold them. And those things cannot work without God. The only God that can change the lifestyle that you live, which are not beneficial to you. Thank you. Nice.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank you
Roland,
very much. I
for
think that was
bringing
really a
that
very nice
dimension.
contribution. Like you can any day you can make your own resolution. But then why is it that most times people set out a particular goal as their New Year resolution, but at the end of the day they don't achieve it?
Oh, like I love the caller. You know,
his angle.
yes, the last statement towards his ending, he dropped something very vital. That statement is God.
Okay.
You know, most of the time we take it that it's of our own power. We just wake up one morning, just want to talk something. Oh, God, I want it this way, forgetting the Creator. Okay, take it or leave it. There are forces unseen to us that controls
supernatural
things.
forces.
Yeah, so we can't deny their effect.
Okay, let me come from that angle as still. Let me you mentioned certain targets in business.
Yeah.
It seems as if our resolutions to achieve a particular level or target in our business, we tend to achieve it better when it's compared to resolutions we make about our behaviors and attitudes. Let me give you an example now. He mentioned something, the caller. He said some people would make decisions on 28. Let me take, for example, cigarettes, that they will stop drinking or taking alcohol by the new year.
Yeah.
Then you discover that getting into the new year, he just 2 or 3 days he has gone back. But other targets he made in business, he gets to accomplish them. Okay, we'll have someone else join us. Hello. Hello.
Hello? Okay. Good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
All right. So what makes people achieve the targets they have in business more than corrections maybe they want to make in their personal lives?
Okay. I would say it's more of like still on my support
last
to what they
call.
call
Okay,
the first caller, man. God at the center. You know, when you talk about you want to live from here to that point, like in your business, you can. You know, good. But if on your own now, saying that I can keep on, I can just, let me say, go in there, because something come back, you need grace. You need an extra effort. Okay. People forget to understand that our attitude, our will to something has to do with even our Creator.
Okay.
So you need to understand it. Okay. So you need to talk to God before you make any will. Speak to heaven about it. My own contribution and supporting one, yeah. So you need.
So how do we now balance where your resolution to keep your resolution comes in and where grace takes over? Because it seems as if at times we depend on grace, we pray so much that we don't work on those resolutions we want to work on.
Yeah, our human effort is very important.
Okay.
As well as believing in grace. Okay, knowing that God is the one that gives us the will. But remember, He has given you the will. You need to act on it.
Okay.
You know, just like the Bible says, faith without work is dead.
Okay.
So you need faith. You also need the work. So you have decided, okay, you determine, okay, I'm not going to smoke cigarettes, but you're a chain smoker. You need the Spirit of God to help you. You prayed about it, okay? But you need to start avoiding.
Sorry, someone is joining us.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Charles. I'm calling from Anambra.
Okay, go on, Charles. Charles, go on.
Okay.
I think, Charles, you should call back. We're having
I think you should change your location.
your location. The network is bad. Okay, you were saying something before the call came in.
I said, like, for a smoker, now you have prayed. You're like, God, I don't want to do this again. Spirit of God, help me. Good. It's a nice one. But you need to start putting work to that faith. And that is by start avoiding some certain friends. Because certainly, you know, cigarette is one thing that can be shared.
Okay.
By many,
Really?
without caring who brushed or who didn't brush, you know, like it's one love kind of a thing. I said.
Okay, someone else is joining us. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
What's your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Fidel Elichukwu.
Okay, where are you calling us from? Wow. I just pray this network issue would allow us this morning, because New Year resolution is something that continues to happen. Even next year, we'll still talk about it.
You can't take it away from even the next generations yet to come.
Okay, so you were saying something about
so
grace
secondly,
and work.
keep away from friends and also environment. Then I have this friend, something that regarding on this cigarette. He says he doesn't smoke except when he gets angry. So he have to smoke to cool off. You know, so now that is his mindset, telling him that all you need is smoke. I get. But my brother, me, I do get angry, and I don't need to smoke
before
to cool off.
down. And maybe for him, that same characteristics wasn't existing before he started smoking.
He needs to work on his mindset to believe that I don't need to smoke to be happy, to get myself off from a certain state of mind. You know, so you need to start working. So he needs to persevere, working on his mindset. You know. So why
so New Year resolution is a complete first set of things that you work on.
Psychological, spiritual.
It's vast.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm just calling back. I'm Mr. Charles.
Okay.
From Enugu.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, first of all, let me just say happy Christmas to the three of you.
Thank you very much. I wish you the best.
Yes, thank you. You guys are talking about the New Year resolution.
Yes.
I've made up my mind that I'm going to make a lot of changes in my life in 2019. Although you guys are not free that I will compare to my so for myself, I know that things are going to stop doing. So I have made up my mind that I will stop doing all of them. I'm going to increase my target.
Okay.
So what are some of
my New Year resolution?
So can you tell us some of the things you want to change?
In fact, I can't say it in the public.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, we get you. All right.
We understand.
We understand.
So more
Thank you very much for coming.
personal life, keeping it personally.
Personally.
Like you two, you avoided it.
That is the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hello.
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Charles.
As you can hear me now, I'm telling you the fact I'm going to confess my sins to God on that success night.
Okay. Why?
Okay, so he's keeping the scene now. Okay, he's keeping the scene till that first to make the confession.
That's one question I wanted to ask. Do you think it's proper now? This New Year resolution has become like a tradition, not just in Nigeria, but in the world. Now, is it proper for you as an individual to hold your flaws, hold into all grudges and everything, and wait for 31st night to come so you can actually dump everything and enter afresh to the new year? Is it proper?
Let me start with the word grudge. Our Master Jesus said something. If your brother should sin against you, I think forgive
so you should go back
70
times 7.
70 times 7.
7, right? Per day. So by next day again, another 70 times 70. So why keeping it for the next day? And again, there's something in the Bible also told us that we should not allow our anger to reach the sunset.
So that means that the idea of New Year resolution is not really a good thing.
I think the first call also made mention that every day should be your New Year. Okay, I believe that. You understand me? But naturally, we know that 2019 is 2019, 2018 is 2018. You understand me? But on that aspect, I would say no. You don't need to keep saying, okay, let me pile it up. At first, I'll confess it, my dear. You go confess and say enter first. See career, you go see say the you go enter next 2020.
All right, so we don't have time again. We have to round up. Now, whether we like it or not, 2019 is in 3 days' time. A bit soon.
2 days.
It's 2 days. I have a couple of days to go. Now, a lot of people out there have their pen and papers and they're actually writing their New Year resolution. What is your advice to people out there? Your last word.
Okay. Set target that you can actualize. You know, most of the time we do set target that we know in the next 20 years we can't actualize. So sit down, think deep, then reflect your past, talk about today for the better tomorrow. So I will say, work on things that my dad will like say, son, if you want to do any project, check your economic reality. So I will tell you, anything you want to do, don't take faith for granted. Say, oh, I have faith. You know, somebody, for example, I hope I have a little time. Exactly. You know, listen, that normal thing that happened in the church. You know, you don't have up to 10,000 naira in your bank account, and the man of God comes on stage and says, I need somebody that will give up 20,000 naira or 30,000 or 50,000. And you tell me out of faith, you're coming for it. Don't tempt God.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, so don't tempt God with your New Year resolution. Thank you so much, Mr. Chams, for coming on the weekend show today. This is actually our last edition. I wish I can give you a pillow to sign, but we don't sign it.
It's a beautiful one. It's a privilege.
So, David.
Yeah, so by the time we'll be coming up, we'll come in again on the next edition. It will certainly be a new year, and it will be our first edition for 2019. For me, there were 2 resolutions I didn't keep in 2017 and 2018 that I'm carrying over into the 2019. So let's see how God will help us to accomplish those.
Not to carry over again.
All right, from me, actually, what I have to say is every day should be your new year. And please do not tempt God with your New Year resolution. You can't set an agenda that you know that you cannot achieve. Yes, sometimes you can actually challenge God, but do not tempt him. This is what we'll be calling it a day on this part of the weekend show. Don't forget, we still have our second discussion segment. It will be coming immediately after the breakfast news. Do stay with us.